Hey guys, welcome to this video. I hope you are doing great. Thank you for watching. I know I've been talking a lot about this garage and the bads and the goods and the problems and the opportunities, but I think now it's time to start to do some actual work, and I'm kind of starting phase one today, so let's get into it. The garage phase one is about tearing down the inner roof and the inner walls of the garage. I don't know if you can see, but here is on one half of the garage there is the inner roof is remaining. It's drywall and insulation below the actual roof. It's torn down on one half. The walls are also drywall with some insulation to the outer wall, and I need to remove that so I can assess the damages from the water leaking in and so on, and then we will see what needs to be done. So that's why it's phase one. Let me explain a little bit more. On the inner roof there is a lot of insulation and so on. These plastic bags with just glass fiber wool, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to find up here, but this needs to come down first. I need to empty this before I tear down the drywall that is nailed to the some of the roof here. You can see here it's completely hole in the roof, and you can see the plastic covers that been put up. It's parts of the roof are completely rotten, and I think it's the worst here in the front of the garage, so to say. But I'm not sure if it's the water has leaked in into the walls as well, so need to check that first before deciding on next action. Yeah, there are even some fungus growing on the roof. Yeah, some parts of these beams are completely rotten away where the inner roof was attached. So I assume there's water gathered, and it's just eaten away the wood, rotten through. And then we've put up some support beams here, or someone else, the previous owners. Let's get suited up. I'm wearing some protection here with a mask and goggles and whatnot. It's I don't know exactly what this material is consisting of, but better safe than sorry. Let's see how much we can manage to get off the inner roof or the inner ceiling without having to climb on it, because I think I will just fall through. But let's get going. I have finished the platform or the cover over the grease pit here now. I constructed it from some material laying around the house and so on, and I removed those old pallets that were previously covering the grease pit. There is like a frame in metal running around the edge of the grease pit, building up like maybe 10 centimeters or so on. I haven't removed this because I don't really know yet what to do with the grease pit, so I kind of build this cover with some legs on it and so on. The next thing that I will do is tear down the inner ceiling here. There's I think it's like drywall on the inner ceiling here. It's nailed to the kind of the beams running across the roof here, or the building here. Earlier on I removed all that nasty insulation material that was laying on top of the inner ceiling here, that nasty glass fiber wool or rock wool or what to call it. It was quite a hard work to remove it, but most of it is gone now, and I've driven it off to the dump, and yeah, I don't need to worry about that anymore. I will wear a mask and some goggles here when I tear down the drywall. There is some mold and other unknown materials, so I want to be a little bit careful. Hopefully I will not tear down the whole building and get it on top of me, but I think the first thing here to do before getting started is to remove a couple of lamps that are placed in the ceiling, disconnect them and from the electricity and insulate the wires and so on. So that is what I'm going to start with. The winter has arrived and it's quite cold outside, a few degrees below zero, so my hands are, or fingers are like ice cubes and so on. But I think now it's time to start demolition. It's about to gear up and then get to work, so let's get started. Yeah, so I've been at it for 3 hours maybe, and it's dirty, and well, I maybe have torn down half of the inner ceiling, maybe a little bit more. So, but it's kind of a little bit tricky. It's very rotten, and there is mold, and then there's nails everywhere, and not very stable, and so on. And did I say dirty? And I think maybe I will finish up here today before it gets dark, and so on, and then clean up tomorrow. I'm taking a little bit of a break here. I have a thermos of hot tea. It's quite chilly outside and a little bit windy. Of course I get warm when working inside the garage, but yeah, a small treat. And I have a few cubes of sugar in it. Cheers. everything is torn down now, and left is a big pile of debris and crap. Basically, it's a mixed drywall, crushed drywall. There is this nasty glass fiber wool, there is plastic, there is rotten wood, there is nails and whatnot. So I need to sort it a little bit before I can run it off to the dump. Yeah, maybe not the most fun part of this demolition, but progress. So these plastic bags are filled with insulation material, rock wool or glass fiber wool. This was the first layer of insulation that was laid on top of the inner ceiling, and then there was another layer with this type of insulation, the glass fiber wool, like a mat of glass fiber wool. Of course, this since there had been a big hole in the roof and water leaking in, this was kind of, at least the paper and the wood was kind of rotten and so on. But now it's removed, and yeah, looking forward to build a new roof. But first, there are a couple of more things that needs to be taken care of. I guess the next step here, after cleaning up, of course, is to tear down the drywall that is put up on the walls here. It's kind of an inner wall with some yet again glass fiber wool in as insulation in between the inner and the outer walls. So there will be a mess here again, I guess. And the reason is I want to check out if water has leaked in to the walls as well. Probably to some extent it has, but I want to see how much damage there is to the walls. If in worst case I need to tear down the walls as well and build new ones. But from the outside, at least, it looks pretty okay. We will see later on, I guess. I'm not sure how much I will be able to do during the winter. It's quite cold and the days are quite short. And then of course you have to be in the office now and again. But that's when it comes to the garage, what's next. So I was looking out over the lake, and there's still open water. There's a chance to go for a final dip here before the ice is covering the lake. I will go and check how it looks down at the small beach. So let's check that out. Yeah, as you can see here, the ice has started to form close to the shore, and I expect within a week or two it will be fully covered with ice. So I will not jump in today for sure. I save it for the spring. But yeah, nice. So this is it for this video, and thank you for watching. Now you know the status of the garage and what's been going on there. I think there is some progress at least. There's still a lot of work remaining, and to be honest, I think this is not the top priority for the coming year and so on. I think what I will be focusing on is to get the water and the sewage system up and running, and also the chimney and the fireplaces. So then the house will be livable and so on. I think then after that maybe the garage will be the top priority. But for now, this is it. Thank you again for watching.